Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Once everyone can hear me or I can hear myself, I will begin. Alright, that's good. Let's begin. Greetings everyone, my name is Ettervel, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. This is the 48th live session, where I'll cover a combination of both viewer submitted levels and levels that I find online. If you want one of your levels or someone else's levels to be covered, please leave the level ID in the chat below, or to the side, or wherever. Depending on which servers you're watching, I'm streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. Before you send a level to me, make sure I haven't already covered it via this link. And if you want to see where your level is on the queue, check out this link. But make sure not to submit more than 2 levels at a time, otherwise I'll start omitting them. Even if you submit more than 1 level, I will rearrange the order slightly. So let's begin with this stage. Dig Man by Genox74, with 21 plays and a score of 4. This is a redux of one of the earlier stages by them I played. So welcome to the stream Papyrus, Pix-El, Game Master Man, Jedok, Leonardo, Mr. Lee, and anyone else who I missed. And added your level in, don't worry. Let's start off with a classic old Mega Man. Important notice, I will be running an extra set of streams on Thursday in celebration of Halloween. If you have any Halloween levels to submit to me, please save them for Halloween. I plan on running a stream for Mega Man Maker, another one for a certain SNES game. It's not Mega Man related, but it's made by Capcom as well. So as an important notice, I will not be playing the exact raw version of the game. I will be playing a ROM hack version to make it a bit, let's just say, easier, and closer in line with one of its sequels. Hi Heatman and Pix-El. Sure. If you can send the exact name, that'll be fine too. It's alright, Lee. Wow, it's the easiest trick in the book. You can always watch the recorded version. Finale1, okay. It has the same username as you, right? I should be running 3 streams on that day. One for Mega Man Maker, one for Skullman Kills, and one for a certain Capcom game. When do you want me to run the Mega Man Maker stream? Do you want me to run it at morning, the 2nd stream, or as the 3rd stream? Castlevania is close enough to a Halloween game. Well, it certainly takes a lot of inspiration from gothic horror. Alright, I'll just save right now. I'm gonna play Super Ghosts and Goblins for Halloween. I probably want 100% the game though. No thank you, I don't want to go through the game again with that weak weapon. Well, it used to be Honey Woman before they redesigned the Roadmaster entirely. No, I haven't. I can think of a lot of funky things you can do with a green screen like that. Welcome to the stream, Googleus. Or any form of chroma keying for that matter. Either Halloween or Thanksgiving. Hey, Eduardo. I think it's an improvement over the original. Second up is Book 4, Chapter 1, The Wildfires by Game Master Man, with 26 plays and a score of 2. So the sequel to Book 3. Great start. Mistimed it. I thought I was closer. Seven chapters this time. Sure, I'm fine. As long as it's not for Thursday. Save the Halloween levels for Thursday. Thank you, that fixes some of the problems with a few of the Book 3 levels. One moment, Pix-El. Yes, it is on the list. That's the third level cover, then Heatman stage. I plan on this stream for running at least 2 hours, and then tonight's stream lasting about an hour or so. That was neat. We don't usually see that many of that kind of challenge. Bit of a close one there, but yeah, I did it. Now let's see if I can find where Finale 1 is. Oh, there it is. Third up is Finale 1 by Pix-El, with 9 plays and a score of 0. I don't think so, Mr. Lee. I'm not experienced enough, and I tend to ramble a bit too much. Maybe as a side judge, but I'd avoid doing it. I feel that I can't elucidate on my thoughts and opinions that well. Not good enough, at least. Go right ahead, Eduardo. Hey, Jaden. Got trapped. This combo isn't too bad, not the worst I've seen. Could be more distinct. Yeah, and like I said at the beginning of the stream, feel free to submit levels that may bother people. One of the only places where having a Mega Man 5 or 6 charge shot is actually detrimental. I'm doing pretty good. I plan on running an extra stream for Thursday, for Halloween. I plan on covering 3 games: Mega Man Maker, Skullman Kills, and Super Ghosts and Goblins. In a way, this feels like a level rush, going between short level sections before facing off against the boss battle at the end. I didn't miss that much. Wow, I really needed that. Funny you say that. I've done some volunteer work for that. Not sure if it's the best idea to get knocked back by that crazy cannon. I'd probably remove that. Bye, Electric Boogaloo. Oh no. I probably need a weakness for this. I see your level, Eduardo. I'll add it right after this one. This is gonna be the toughest encounter because of the way the environment's set up. You can submit it in the live chat, in the comment section, on my Discord. Okay. Perfect. I interrupted my laugh just so it wouldn't peak too much on the audio. Next time I will. Really, game? That's... I think something failed to spawn in, or that's bad design. Yeah, it kind of does. Now if there were spikes down there, or temporary platforms, it would work better. Let's see, your question, Philip. You mean like an easier mode? I wouldn't mind that. If you're gonna have something like that, please give an advance warning. Assuming the stage didn't break, of course. No, it didn't break. That's... yeah, that's not... that's almost like a troll design. Well, I made it out of here. Wait, was that entire section optional, or... was it for some extra... no, it wasn't optional. We needed the keys. I'm fine with that, then. What I'm not exactly fine with is putting spikes right there. I like the idea of the stage, it's just the execution feels a bit... plays it too safe. More customizable? Sure, I'd like that. We can already customize our routes, sort of, but... I would like some more difficulty options and checkpoint options as well. If you've played Rock Force, you'll know that you have quite a bit of customizability. You can customize the number of checkpoints, the amount of damage you take, the amount of damage enemies take, the difficulty of the stages, the difficulty of the bosses, independent of each other. The amount of knockback and vulnerability frames you have. Yeah, I like that level of customizability, even if it's just a cheat mode, or an alternate difficulty setting. I think he was referring more to how Rock Force does customizability. I wouldn't mind playing around with something like that. What I suggest is to make your level more ambitious and flesh out each of the level sections, because right now they don't really stand out. It's just going through the motions. So to speak. Forward up is Boss Rush and Mega Man Last Battel by Artyom aka Heatman version 2, with 14 plays and a score of 4. A Kirby level, but not with the advanced boss fights. Frankly, the most interesting parts of Kirby are the boss battles and mini-boss battles. Let's make our way doing this clockwise. Time Man's one of the more annoying ones to do, Bastromi, even when you have... mainly his direction swapping. But if you need to make it the Bright Stopper... wait, is there a checkpoint? Yeah, there is. Thank you. Flame Man, but with this... Deciding to play nice. I probably only get one checkpoint, so I have to make it count. Because these don't reset. Yeah, I remember the Power Stone. It's actually useful now in Mega Man Maker. Pretty bad because it uses too much ammo relative to the amount of damage it deals out. And it's not fast enough. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I think I have his weakness. Nope, it's the other way around. Wait, Woodman? Well, this should be the Fire Blast then. One left to go. Crash Man, so... It's the Bright Stopper, or Flash Stopper. Still more useful than the original one, I'd say. Referring to Gogolis. Not organizing these in order, sadly. Essentially, this is a fortress boss. And if my assumptions holds true, which it didn't, it has to be this then. Nope. Not done yet. Second phase. Is it just me? This feels a lot less dangerous than the first. And there isn't a danger of getting crushed. Man for the third phase. Well, not every weapon though. Woodman, it was better to use a flame blast. Still not done, but I need to pick up. Hi, Crisper. It's been a while, I think. Yeah, I know that, Papyrus. I like the idea of the Skull Bearer, but I really needed an extra ability. For example, walking on spikes. Them together. You know, this is actually somewhat dangerous. Especially when Chargeman decides to be a bit of a jerk. Thus ends this stage. I quite liked it. In fact, I liked this stage more than most of the stages by Heatman. Especially the Fortress boss, that was the best part of the stage. And yes, Jaden, for some reason, every boss had a secondary weakness to their own weapon in Mega Man 3. It really felt like there was a debug option left in, among other debug options. After playing Mega Man 3, I understand what they were going for, but it feels unpolished and it feels like it was rushed out of the door. Good thing Mega Man 4 fixed that. Or at least felt more polished. Fifth up is Woodman Revenge by Dinosaurman, with 5 plays and a score of 1. This is made by the brother of Eduardo. Favorite Mega Man game? Mega Man Classic? Probably 4, 7, or 11. If you want the most balanced one, I'd say 4 would be your best bet. If you want an easy entry, go for 5 or 6. 6 was kind of hampered by the fact it was produced in the late era. It was produced in the early SNES era for the NES. And the number of iterations were getting kind of stale by that point. Honestly, I feel if Mega Man 6 was released for the SNES, it would have a much better reception. It did change things up with the ending though, with Wily finally getting arrested. I will eventually play Rockman World 5. Time rate? Could you elaborate on that? Well, that would have happened had Wily not built in countermeasures for Mega Man 7. To be honest, it'd be interesting to see an alternate future where Wily doesn't build Zero. X would have been built anyways. I just wonder how the future would have been changed. We would still have Mavericks, but not the Sigma-based Mavericks. It'd be an interesting what-if scenario. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. They were just released on a yearly basis. With little to no deviations. Because, well, I like to separate the Mega Man Classic series into 4 or 5 eras. First was the original trilogy of 1, 2, and 3. Then there was the new villains era of 4, 5, and 6, because in every game, a new villain was introduced. Well, man behind the man villain, I'd say. Because 4 was Kozak, 5 it was Proto Man, 6 it was Mr. X, but always Wily was behind them. Then we had the new heroes and new rivals trilogy of 7, 8, and Base, where we moved into the 16-bit and 32-bit era, and a new character was introduced, new major character, Base for 7, Duo and the Evil Energy for 8, and in Base it's King. And then we had the new retro trilogy. Well, we had a new retro duology of 10 and 11. 9 and 10, my bad. Where we went back to the 8-bit era. And then after that we had Mega Man 11, the start of the newest era. Yep, Eduardo. Yep, Electric. Yeah, the Sega Saturn version has Cutman. And Woodman. This was an okay stage. I'm back. Before I move on to the next stage, let me discuss a few things. To Jaden, well first Mista, welcome to the stream. Just gone through 5 levels. To Jaden, well, as long as you rest Wily and he doesn't break out, Mega Man X will still take place, but in a very different fashion. Zero won't happen, ZX probably won't happen, but the X series will still happen because Mavericks and Criminals existed before the Maverick Virus, so they'd be there. We'd probably have a very different chronology. Even Legends may be very different because the world got flooded there. I like the Sega Saturn version better, but PS1 version isn't that shabby either. And to you, Philip, they've been popping up for the last 8 to 10 years, I'd say, especially with the indie boom. I didn't mind them at first, but too many of them are following the same style. I understand the reason why, because it requires less effort, but really there needs to be more effort put into distinguishing the graphical styles. That's why I'm really happy to see more 16 and 32-bit art style games coming out. There's more ways to vary them up thanks to the increased color palette. But yeah, there needs to be more variety in that front. I'm liking how we have games like Anodyne 2, which are taking inspiration from the low poly era of PS1 and N64. RIP Mega Man Universe. Alright, as there are no more levels on my queue, I'll play some levels on the most popular queue. Next up is Napalm Coming Right Up by GabrielTheBadass with 58 plays and a score of 14. Yeah, exactly, Electric. I would like to see that dichotomy explored more in some fan games. Not to mention, we could still have mad scientists in the X series. Heck, why not take some inspiration from Battle Network and have Wily's son Dr. Regal take revenge across the world? Or his grandson. That'll be in the future. I like 3D games. Yeah, that'd work. And frankly, X6, the way I would have done it, in addition to all the other problems being fixed, I know some ROM hackers trying to fix it, would be X overcoming his trauma. Make that the center premise of the game. Not Zero returning. That would fix the chronology a bit more. Or an alternate version of Wild would... Yeah, an alternate version of Wild would work too, or perhaps his grandfather. I just like reading and playing through these what-if scenarios. Here's another food for thought scenario. I'd like to see a Mega Man fan game built upon the premise given in the Mega Man 1 US box on the back of the US box art. The storyline of Mega Man 1 in the US is very, very different from in Japan. So different in fact, it feels like a prototypical Resident Evil game. I'd like to see someone make a game based off of that premise. Seventh up is Yoku Block Tower by Camping6464 with 27 plays and a score of 13. Hey Grubby. Yeah, I got new level, Jedok. Prototypes of games, they're fine. No sliding for this one. Yep, I moved on to using Restream.io. The other reason why we don't have as many 3D indie titles is because it's more expensive to make. It's cheaper to make most 2D titles. Agreed, or something along those lines. I know there are a bunch of 2D Mega Man inspired games coming out that I really need to showcase more of. I'm liking how we have Battle Network Chrono X coming out in the future, as well as spiritual successors, End Cycle, as well as One Step from Eden. I'm just happy that that gameplay style isn't dying out. As a response to you, Mr. Chill, that sort of happened in Mega Man World 2, when Dr. White traveled in the future. His counterpart there actually turned to the side of good. I'd like to see a game explore that. What happened in that future? Hey Squiggs, long time no see. Oh yeah, that'd be fun as well, Electric. That was sort of explored in the form of Battle Network. The Zooming Man is on my playlist, which I should showcase very soon, in fact. I think I may show it off after the break. The next break. So morality flip, I mean. You mean... I'd like to see that. Like, what if Bass was the hero? Or Mega Man joined up with Wily instead? Let me just get through this level, and then I'll download it. I played a bunch of ROM hacks during Sunday. Some better than others. This week's playthrough of ROM hacks should be better. I plan on playing Double Jumper, Indonesian Artifact, and one other ROM hack tomorrow. Refresh my memory, what is IX? Hey Diamond Wolf. How difficult do you want your first ROM hack to be, Squiggs? Mega Man ROM hack, that is. Alright, now I'm gonna download the file. I'm back. That'll be interesting, Electric. Maybe as a completely different third side series. We had robotics for the classic series and beyond. We had the networking in the Battle Network and Star Force series. Cyborgs would be a neat idea. So evil version of X in the manga. Alright Squiggs, if you don't mind more difficult ROM hacks, I'd recommend Rockman 4 - Infinity. If not, if you want an easier experience, I highly recommend Mega Man 4 Voyage. In fact, I suggest you start with Mega Man 4 Voyage. It's not too difficult up until the end, at least. And to you, Mr. Lee, yeah, one of the biggest, pretty much the biggest Mega Man fan game ever, judging by the fact we're gonna have 200 plus levels. And I know for it, I built a level and submitted one, and I submitted a few levels for the pit, so I already know how expansive the dev kit is. That's why I really wish more people use the Megamix engine. It would solve so many physics issues. Minus Infinity is a bigger mod, but Voyage is still very respectable. Sure, I know about that, but I'll push it off to the side as I want to cover ROM hacks not just from Mega Man 2. I need to do more from the Future series. I covered too many from 2. Blue Boy is a fan game, not a ROM hack. Play it for April Fools. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watched last Sunday's stream. Well, the stream before last Sunday. I'm all open, Papyrus. Hey Pelin. I'll be there in a moment. I need to post a link. Here's the link to the edited LP version, so you don't have to see me repeatedly die due to bad decisions. Anyways, enough of this. Let's go through the stage. Eight up is K.A. Scloof Fortress 2 by Leonardo Antonio. I have no more levels on my queue, Squiggs, so feel free to submit any level. Got your level, Pelin. I didn't want to go in there first. There are tons of Mega Man fan games and ROM hacks I wish to play, but I only stream on 2 or 3 days a week. I don't necessarily get a lot of time for it. If I did, I'd play so many more fan games. Just make sure I haven't already covered the level, Squiggs. I want to make sure that a lot of designers get their time to shine. Uh-oh. You know my experiences with these platforms. Things tend to go horribly wrong pretty fast. Hey Zen. That's a neat idea. Just need to be careful not to get crushed. A more hacky way of adding these crushers. I haven't seen that before either. What happens when you slip off the platform? Giant versions, but they still have the same amount of health. Oh, how I wish I had a buster. Which I do kind of have, so... Oh. Okay. I couldn't dash off of it for some reason. I know it is tedious. Let's try this again. I'm really close to that though. Of course I have a need tank, so I'll use it when I need it. Well, I see what the problem was there, because of the awkward angles. I was basically getting rooted to the block. You could try adding custom teams, but those mods have kind of died out due to how difficult they are. Didn't notice the wire. Get off the right side. No words. Remember, this is kind of more hacky solution to this, so of course stuff like this will happen. I wouldn't mind seeing a Mega Man 3 Boost Edition, similar to how we have Mega Man 3 Burst Chaser. This is scarier than it looks. Isn't Chillman getting in? I thought we saw some footage of him. Let's see. I like the idea behind this stage, but let's just say some of the things act a bit strange. Well, that's interesting. Isn't that basically your weakness then? Of course, didn't react fast enough. Thank you, Crystal Eye. Perhaps make it a limited number of teleports based on the amount of damage you deal. Because I agree, that would seem a bit unbalanced unless you have to teleport in real time. Because I know there are one or two Mega Man fan games where you have characters who can teleport, but you must do it in real time and there's a recharge rate, as well as a distance limitation. Ninth up is Casa Do Fogo e da Eletricidade by Pelinman DXYZ with 6 plays and a score of 2. And I butchered the title. My apologies. See ya, Crisper. See you on either Thursday or tomorrow morning. Remember, on Thursday, I'll be running 3 streams. One for Mega Man Maker, one for Skullman Kills, and one for Super Ghosts and Goblins. Well, probably 2 streams, but we'll see. Alright, let's vote on this. Do you want me to run the Mega Man Maker stream in the morning or during the evening? This will be on Thursday, by the way. Let's see, Philip. When I say morning, I mean 11:20 or 11:30 AM PDT, and evening would be 8 o'clock or 8:10 PM PDT. I see. I'll add it, Kroby. We have split decision between morning and evening. Only teleport once. That'd be a fair restriction. Rush coil, yes. I think the Projet is in there. As for another game series which has some interesting ideas, well, ROM hacking series, check out Burst Chaser, Air Sliding, Double Jumping, and Burst Chaser Cross Air Sliding. That worked too. But we need better level. But we need better level design. As much as Blyka focuses on accuracy of the original physics in their games, I feel the level design doesn't hold true to the original titles. That was my biggest problem with Super Danny, especially the first one. I'd like to see Mega Man whatever Burst Chaser. That'd be fun. Hold that thought for tomorrow, Kroby. There are a bunch of ROM hacks for Mega Man 6. In fact, there's one suggested on the list already. So, like a dash downwards? Or a stop move? Not really Squiggs, only Mega Man. Now in the past, I did play Super Brutal Mario World. That was very memorable. Did you ever play that game? I never checked. Maybe. The issue is it has a different way of how the code and data is laid out compared to the NES games. It adds so much custom stuff. Yeah, one of the most creative ROM hacks ever. Maybe not so much in terms of level design, but boss design. One of the best. It had the best set of boss fights in any Mega Man in any Mario ROM hack. I know it was succeeded by Super Kitty Coo World, but I'm not sure what happened with that. To put it another way, there are better Mario ROM hacks out there which have better level design, but boss design, Brutal Mario World has it all to beat. Super Kitty Coo World is essentially Brutal Mario World renamed. Welcome, Pelinman. Be right back. Before I move back to the game, I wanted to show you all something. Something I've been building for quite a while, in fact. So let's see if it shows up properly or something screws up again. No, that's not what I want. There we go. Sorry for obscuring the chat. Let's see if I can fix this. Much better. For the past few weeks, I've been building a list of every single Let's Play I've played on this channel. the full directory, the ones I completed, the ones that are ongoing, and the ones that are on hiatus. These are the ones that are being currently just edited, the ones I cancelled for various reasons, intending to redo in the future, and a tentative list. And here's the suggestions list. It's built off of things I've gotten in the past, as well as things you submitted to me. So all the Mega Man fan games, don't worry, I'll make a public version in the future. Everyone I haven't gotten to yet. As well as every single ROM hack you sent to me. So I also added Rockman 2 Yender code as you asked Kroby. So plenty of stuff to move around, to play around with. I'll need to add the randomizers, as well as other stuff like the Mega Man like games, and miscellaneous stuff. So yeah, I will be releasing this to the public by tomorrow or so. Yeah, fan games, ROM hacks, and other games. So with that out of the way, let's go back to playing some Mega Man Maker levels. I just wanted to show that because people have been asking me for a while, can they have a full list of all those things? Tenth up is Top Man Strikes Back by the Soviet Egg, with 37 plays and a score of 13. I doubt it. I pretty much avoid Mario ROM hacks unless it's a fan game. Even then, I like to save it for other YouTubers. Indeed, Mr. Lee. I'm keeping track of everything. Agreed, Squiggs. Callie's Caves 2, aka Callie's Trials. It was okay, but it got a bit repetitive. The way it was set up didn't really work with how you traverse through the levels. Callie's Caves 3 and 4 are probably going to be better games. I may LP number 3 in the future. And these levels are on the most popular queues, so most of them aren't really going to be that good. They're here because of the name, because of how popular the author is, or because of luck of the draw, or because the streamer played their level and they liked it. I know I've had that influence on some of the levels. Exactly, Squiggs. And the weapon balancing was kind of off. Once you got the chainsaw launcher, you tore through everything, especially when you got it upgraded. Plus, it was so easy to upgrade. Because of how the weapon upgrading system was based off of how many times you hit the enemy with the weapon, it meant that weapons that multi-hit enemies get upgraded much faster, like the chainsaw launcher. Yeah, the one that fire metal blades, basically. I deliberately decided to level grind all my other weapons, but it wasn't worth it, for the most part. There was only a few situations where that wasn't really useful. And it's not like it's a secret weapon or a late game weapon. It was a weapon you got right after the first boss. An ability, other than dashing as a potential one, perhaps having charged versions of every weapon? Yeah, this just existed. Nothing more to say. I'm saving this one for Halloween, this one for Halloween as well. Eleventh up is Mega Man and Bass Lost Chronicles-Tecno Man by 20Mitchell-02, with 74 plays and a score of 28. Thank you. Well, the weapon being upgradable isn't the problem, Philip. The problem is that you can access it right after the first boss, and there are 5 worlds in the game, they're not just short worlds. Or make it an optional weapon, or make it like a secret endgame weapon that you get by completing the extra dungeon. Exactly, that's what the problem is. Rats, I didn't play any level in this series, so I'll ignore getting any of the weapons. And it's not like the other weapons are bad necessarily, it's just that they get outclassed. The other issue is that you could fire your weapons as fast as you could button mash them. There was no like upper rate into your shot limit outside of certain weapons. Same Squiggs. I did it only for the LP. Well, the metal blade could pierce through enemies, and you could fire an infinite number of them. And they bounce around. You can't fire them diagonally, but still, it'll tear through everything. Also because no enemy in the game has invulnerability frames, only Callie has. That weapon wouldn't be as useful if enemies had invulnerability frames. Because the piercing action would... Because the individual damage per hit was not the best. Two times at the end I fell in the pit. Thanks, game. His damage values may have been adjusted, that's why. Same with the metal blade in Mega Man Maker. It doesn't deal as much damage. At least it doesn't feel like it deals that much damage. In Mega Man 2, it was as strong as the Mega Buster. Here it deals half the amount of damage. That works then. I don't think it's an opinion, I think it's fact. Same amount of ammo, but less damage. That rectifies many of my problems with it. An easy way to fix the metal blade would be to halve the amount of ammo it has, double the ammo usage, and or halve the damage. Too far. Now, as for what game I'll be playing on Sunday evening, I won't be playing Forger again because I'll need to grind a bit off screen, and I realize I screwed up on something. Something really obvious in retrospect. I'll be playing one of the games I got a key for. I'll decide tomorrow. It's probably gonna be a roguelike title, but we'll see. Or a Metroidvania game. Probably the latter. We need a more difficult electric-based Broadmaster added to the game. Sheepman will do the trick. True Electric. These issues were resolved in later games, but early games had this issue. I kind of like the stage. I'd say it's okay. Off top is You Need 4 Keys to Escape by Squiggs with 31 plays and a score of 6. I would have covered this earlier, but I overlooked the level ID by accident. Or didn't get copied over. And that's the other reason, Philip. Time to find the 4 keys. Let's start by going to the left. There's key number 1, so I guess I have to go down first. Key number 2. That's how we get key number 1. And die because I mistimed my jump. Let's try this again. Well, I did get through the section. I guess I didn't reverse. I was supposed to get the spike barrier. One down, 3 left to go. Not high enough. Yeah, that was an oddity of the stage. Why did they only appear in one room? Well, didn't they appear in more rooms? I swear they did. Can I get more than 4 keys in this level? I'm a bit suspicious. Well, I got the 4 keys, but there's probably more of them. So let's get those as well. There's the stage exit, but I want to get the last 2 keys. I know where one of them is, but I don't know where the other one is. It'll be in the boss door. Yep, there's something to the right. Yet I've fallen because Yafu's and my incompetence. See you later, J9. Hope to see you tonight. Missiles and the fan. Yafus are surprisingly one of the more dangerous enemies in this game. Mainly when they switch direction. I don't have charge shots either, so that's the other problem. Okay, got there. Time to find the last one. It's probably directly to my left. I already went down here. I overlooked this completely earlier. The advantage of doing that out of order. Now let's get to the end. The true end, or better end. Not going the best, but I think I know what to do now. Maybe the air shooter is his weakness? I was getting distracted by the ladders. Oh, wonderful. There is, but that's the easy mode ending of the stage. I want to try getting the hard mode ending. I would have preferred if that didn't immediately go down. GG, better end of the stage completed. He doesn't necessarily have a weakness, but this works the best. And because Megaman teleported out, I'll treat it as a success, so I'll hit this as well. That was a fun stage. We need only 4 keys to escape, but there are 3 other keys you can find in the world, in case you want the harder ending. One of the more memorable levels of this episode, I'd say. Congrats on getting the most popular queue. I'm saving this for Halloween. Let's see how this works. 13th up is Bullet Hell Part 1 by Will Mark, with 20 plays and a score of 8. I'll play your level next then. We're gonna sub the Shine. Bullet Hell, Slide for Dear Life Edition. I'm just mashing the slide button, by the way. The only time I took damage in the stage, and that was because of my bad positioning. Yeah, an obstacle or two, because by just sliding you can skip past most of the obstacles. Tell you what, Zen, let me finish part 2, then I'll do your stage. And watch as it vanishes. Hey, QueenMonika. I will get to your levels if I can re-find what happened to it. I must have typed it in incorrectly. Huh. I typed it in correctly, but... "14th up is Bullet Hell Part 2 by Will Mark, with 12 plays and a score of 6. Next up is Zen's level, then Papyrus' level. As usual, I started with the Shine. This time I actually took damage. Outside that part, the stage was even shorter. This could have been easily part of the first stage. More like mash slide to not die, Philip. Yeah, I realized a mistake. "15th up is Wild Garden by Zen, with 20 plays and a score of 3. So I guess a reduxed version. I'm really hoping 1.6 gets released between Halloween and Thanksgiving. You mean on Discord? I haven't checked it for the last 40 minutes or so. I'll take a look after this level. Beautiful waterfall section, which you can mostly bypass by holding right. Aesthetically, it's pleasing. I think we have a candidate for favorite level this episode. Yeah, I remember it. I'll cover it after this stage. Well, right after the next stage, but... The leaves are the more dangerous part of the fight, to be honest. Fair enough, and I'm always a bit hesitant when doing live streams with NSF file placements because I don't want to accidentally end up with levels with inappropriate sound, inappropriate music, well, inappropriate to their teams. I don't mean not safe for work. I meant to say unfitting music. And that's fine. No one else used the intro team. Someone probably has already made Not Safe for Work chiptunes. Can't you do vocalizations in using NSF? Or am I thinking of something else? Is that not possible? Let me note it down. Here comes the rain section. The question is, if I use chroma keying, aka green screening, what would I replace the background with? Face up against all the nature-based RMs. Yeah, that could work. I need some suggestions for that, though. We're at the end. I guess I catched up with Mega Man then. Victory. Definitely my fair lovely episode. Nice challenge progression, great aesthetics, and nice set of challenges and a nice climax at the end. Next up is The True Arena Whispy Woodmans Revenge by Papyrus with 23 plays and a score of 5. Short stage, but we have Woodman's Revenge and double weaknesses. Uh-oh. One more cycle should do the trick. That's it. I was honestly hoping for 2 or 3 phases because this felt like a nice start. Nonetheless, gets a thumbs up. It was fun. Well, entertaining, and it was a nice idea. Just needs to be expanded upon. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to set up QueenMonika's level. Well, I'll still have the microphone on, so feel free to send me any questions. Meanwhile, don't forget to join my Discord server. True, Jedok. That was even easier. At least this one posed some challenge thanks to all the leaves. And the spikes. getting to it. That should all be settled. 17th up is QueenMonika Mega Man Maker Adventure Stage 3 Underwater Base by QueenMonika with 10 plays and a score tree. She sent me an SF file placement, so for the first minute or so, I will be mostly silent throughout the stage. And added levels, and I'll take a look. The Starry Void. At least you can see art from there. Here we go. Gonna be silent for the first minute or so I can hear the soundtrack. Back to my voice. Yeah, that section is a bit more tricky. I need to initiate the surfing action earlier. When I say earlier, I mean lower. That wouldn't be as difficult if I used the top spin, of course. Probably want to decrease the gap there. The team playing in the background is Impact Man's stage team from Mega Man 11, made for an 8-bit game. And this stage is long according to QueenMonika because it has multiple pathways. Up here is the oil slider route, down there is the top spin route. Thankfully those mines can't reach me. They can't catch up. As long as they don't slow down. Oh, whoa. Borden. And this is where the pathways link up with each other. Not a good sign. Take care of everything else first. I do have his weakness, but it's awkward to hit him with it. Even in the original Mega Man powered up, it's awkward. Even more awkward considering we're underwater. I want to see what's up here first. That's Water Wave. Which would be awesome, but I want the Water Wave. I don't want the Rain Flush. As you know, the Water Wave turns to a shotgun underwater. Slow down. Just stand here so the enemies can't spawn in. Realize it derped because I can't move past it anymore. This is where Topspin would have been more handy. And where the pathways link up with each other. I guess for the Rain Flush route we have more jumping puzzles. Grenade Man, Springs, Shadow Man Platform, and Magnets. The magnets don't affect him though. That looked a bit strange. Two weapons down. I don't know how many choices left to go. Sure, let's go for the gimmick weapon. I'll make a clip in there. Now let's see where this route leads to. I feel like I skipped a section somewhere. Well, it says go down for rush jet, so let's go down. Unless this is actually the route with the other weapon. Nope, this is the intended one, I guess. More like spitting out yarn balls. It is, because it multi-hits them 3 times. It wasn't as useful in Mega Man 5, but here with stationary enemies, it's fairly good. Now that I got that out of the way, let's see what's behind door number 3, I guess. This may be the last section in the stage. Sure, let's surf on the top of the level. I thought there'd be an invisible ceiling. Living the good life. You're supposed to use the bounce ball here. Not bounce ball, but you get what I mean. I was supposed to use a Mega Ball. Now, if I had Topspin, I'd be forced to do it the correct way. Uh-oh. This is a cramped arena. And this marks the end of the stage. An okay multipath level. Though it did lag a bit too much because of all the water. Eighteenth up is Dusto Fakkutori by Pyrakid the Wolf. Another level submitted directly to me. Then I'll take a look at the level Zen sent me, and then I'll end off the stream. I'll see the level for tonight. Nice aesthetic choices. get the feeling this stage has multiple routes. If you want, Papyrus. It's okay if I see it later. Well, if you're not going to be available tonight, I'll save it for next week then. Gotcha. Not really, we didn't have that many water levels. Last week was a sewers episode. That's fine. I'll check out her channel a little bit later. Whoa. That's not how it's supposed to work. I was worried you're gonna fall off the platform itself. That's not the way you're supposed to do that, but... one of the more difficult stages, but I'm liking where this is going, I think. It's basically a slower paced stage and harder than it looks. Plus it may have alternate routes because I went to the left at the start of the stage, not to the right. Dustman minus infinity if it was a more slower paced puzzle level. It has a nice escalation of challenges and difficult options. We first had the dust blocks, then the force beams, now a combination of both of them, and now a combination with the Duckhorn spawners as well. I think this is the climax of the stage. Even if this is the work in progress Pyrakid, it's rivaling Zen's level as being my favorite level of the episode. With the left pad alone, it's still a pretty good level. Something's fishy there. That explains why the backgrounds are just pitch black here. I knew there'd be something here. I played enough levels to know this. Yeah, the level track didn't really quite fit the level. It may feel more like a construction stage or more action-y, but that's not how it turned out. And now time for the actual boss battle. In a ZX fan game, there's only one of them I know of. ZX Prologue, which I will add to the list and play eventually. Considering how expensive a fan game is, I'm a bit hesitant to start playing it immediately. I want to give that game justice. GG. It's my co-favorite level of the episode. Good work, Pyrakid. I guess that's work in progress for something else. And I'll take a look at the map once I get this done. I'm deliberately not looking at footage so I can play it blind. All I know is that there are two different endings, so I will have to play through it twice. So the 19th and final level of the stream is Seasoned Speedrunner 20XX by Lucky Stax, with 17 plays and a score of 7. Zen submitted this level to me and they said it's a very hard stage. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to complete this stage. Uh-oh. Is this a Kaiser level? Oh, I see. Go up there. Yeah, I think this is a Kaiser level. Enjoy all the deaths. I won't be able to complete this, but I'll try getting past the first section. Hello? Yeah, I need to be really fast here. Oops. You know what? I'll exit out of it. You get the idea behind the stage. I do like the amount of variation challenges there are, but as you can see, I won't be able to do this unless I die several dozen more times, perhaps even hundreds of times, and I'll just waste your time watching it. So, let's see the rest of the level in the level editor. For a casual player, this seems interesting. And it is called Seasoned Speedrunner. For casual levels like these, I'd probably want to do it off stream, otherwise you'll spend over 30 to 40 minutes on a stage going through the same screens over and over and over. These are just built for a different, more skilled audience, which have more time, which have more free time, which I have neither of. So let's follow along and see what's going on. So we did all that, slide over here, get down over here, jump into the water, then use the charge kick. Go over here, and you're under the clock, so you have to get back, you have to get here as quickly as possible. Hit the checkpoint. Sends you up over here with Chase the bullet. Wherever the bullet is. Oh yeah, here. Sends you right over here. You have to use top spin, bounce off of all these enemies. Again, bounce off here, use charge to get across these gates. Wow, this is going to be tight. You have to get down over here, do a charge kick jump, get over here, repeat, repeat, repeat. Lose all of it. Bounce off of this enemy here. I like how there are indicators right over here where you're supposed to use top spin. Get over here, slide into the pad, and then you're taken back over here. There are checkpoints here, but not enough for my own taste. Well, it wouldn't be work with more checkpoints, but I'm not skilled enough. Then we're taken here with the armies of Bubblemen, where we need to somehow get across, get the power adapter, defeat all the Bubblemen, get the top spin again, and probably by doing so we can get out of here. And this leads here. We're taken into the next section. Thunderclaw, top spin. Yeah, you had good checkpoint placement, QueenMonika. Oil slider, more top spin action. Then we even have the Mega Ball there. And there's the end of the stage, or would have been if we didn't get crushed. Of course, if you can despawn the blocks in time, then you can get there. I know it says debated, but if the engine glitches out, you can actually finish the stage. And then you're taken somewhere. Oh yes, this goes down, you're taken back over here, then you can hit the checkpoint, or the end of the stage. But that means you have to look through this room yet again. Oh, this is actually the last one? Okay, I got the order mixed up. It's an interesting stage, but way over my skill level. In its variety, and each section is distinct. It doesn't repeat its challenges over and over. So overall, out of the 19 levels I covered during this stream, my two favorite levels are Zen Stage Wild Garden and Pyrakid the Wolf Stage Dust Factory. So my next stream will happen around 8:15 PM PDT. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!